Hello, I'm Chylli from Chylli, also known as Try, and we are back with more depersonalization. It's actually been a little bit since I played. I took a little break, and now I'm back. In actuality, it's probably been about a week. I like to pre-record things, and while this is still pre-recorded, it is less pre-recorded than my past couple videos, so I'm recording this Thursday, and if I'm right, it should be going up Monday or something. Kinda forgot how long loading took. You press the doorbell, and soon a man steps out from the mansion. Characterized by its distinctive makeup, he approaches you with grace. Aha, Ben had it right. He said you'd show up here. The man's demeanor is suave, with an effeminate air typically from an elegant woman. Hey there, is Ben around? Alas, no rush. Your impatience takes away from your charm. Here, take this. The man hands you a document. Ben mentioned you'd need it. Any idea where he is? I've got a few questions for him. That's a bit tricky unless you can track him down yourself. I'm swamped today tying up loose ends from these three numbskulls. Oh, gotta dash. If you got any questions, meet me at the casino beneath the church. You check the list in your hand. It outlines the goods transported to Cursenday via train over the past 3 months. 4 shotguns, painting tools, oil paintings, machine parts, kitchen knives, wine barrels, bear cookie. Folding knife, shotgun, medicine, Maltose, gun stock, 7 pistols, medical equipment. On this list, you notice several familiar names, with Lux and Constantine catching your attention. After reviewing the list, you dial Simon's number and inform him what you just learned. Got any leads? Yeah, I've got a tipping list from Ben. Looks like Lex received a batch of medicine from Columbia. If I remember correctly, Devil's Breath is linked to the murder case. It's extracted from a plant found in Columbia. But Constantine brought some medicine and equipment too. I need to figure out where it got delivered. Just a sec, you hear the sound of typing from the phone a few minutes later. Got something here. I found a receipt for medical equipment of the same model at Astro Hospital. Moreover, they received a shipment marked as anesthetics. All clues are pointing to the hospital. Looks like that's our next stop. I'll check out the hospital's surveillance of trials. I'll give you a call once you get there. Simon then hangs up. Before we go to the hospital, we could go to the church here, probably. You watch as the old man unlocks the door to the bell tower and casually enters. Okay, for some reason it's weirdly laggy right now. An imposing device linking the clock to the dial. Its purpose remains shrouded in mystery. The nameplate below displays the name White Clockworks. Adjacent to the bell tower, a couple of empty wine bottles rest on the windowsill. Scrawled on the wall beside the grand timepiece is a drunkenly scrawled line. Beer is cold, bell hangs beside me untold, I'm so darn bored. I noticed some writing on the wall. Aha, you mean that scribble. I was about to jolt down a rhyme about what I saw that night, but I nodded off mid-sentence. Woke up and drew a total blank. The keeper's expression of regret spikes your interest. Now I'm intrigued. What did you see that evening? Upon your question, the keeper regards you with a disdainful glance. You'd think I was nuts if I spilled the beans. Nobody believes me, they all swear I was totally wasted. Nope, I'm not sharing unless you swear to the statue you'll buy into every word. I swear I'll take everything you say seriously. Well, okay, it was Christmas Eve. Everyone had taken off for the night, the church was empty, and there I was enjoying a drink alone atop the bell tower. The air was crisp, just right for cooling a beer. Oh wait, I remember that dog roll now. In the bell tower, Christmas night, I stayed close out of sight. Beer is cold, bell hangs beside me untold. I'm so darn bored. On Christmas Eve, I'll tell the rhyme of Santa in black in the nick of time. Off they go with cheer aglow, gifts in hand, reindeer in tow. Antlers grand, curved in grace. Black Santa's bag, big and round embrace. Beer and folly, tipsy flight, scaling walls in the Christmas night. To the church they go, then disappear below. So you mean on Christmas Eve you got sight of a black Santa Claus at midnight and he vanished into the cellar by the church? Sure thing. Hey, you're not doubting me, are you? What's that cellar used for? It used to house wine, but now it's just a dump. Then inside myself, the wine's turned sour. Humming an unfamiliar tune, the keeper savors the scent of a liquor bottle, looking all pleased. Alright, we probably need to go back to White's Clockworks and... we absolutely need to go to the church. Or, well, sorry, not the church, the hospital. The free food here fills the stomachs but lack taste. Next time I swing by the fast food joint, I might check the garbage bin. Maybe I'll find some unopened ketchup. I could mix it with the meal here tomorrow. Just picture if we decided to have our wedding here, how do you think that would look? For us, getting lost in dreams might just be more weight to our burden. It's alright to let your mind wander once in a while. Actually, I was thinking, who do you reckon would make the best man? How about Harlan? He might seem gruff, but he's always willing to let us crash at the station. Yeah, sounds great. Alright, so we're gonna head down to the cellar, then to the casino. Intrigued by the guard's bizarre experience, you tap its surface and hear a hollow echo. But something feels off. Upon placing a thread at the crevice next to the barrel, you observe its gentle sway in response to the wind. There's an airflow from inside. Maybe I should climb up and check it out. Upon entering the cave, you heard peculiar noises from behind. As the noises echo, the once faint light gradually succumbs to encroaching darkness. In the ensuing moment, the passage sealed shut by an unseen force. It's stuck tight. Could this be a trap? I mustn't get stuck here. I need to find a way out while it still can. More cobwebs appear within the cavern. Their sticky strands underfoot make you a bit sick. The constant wind carries incomprehensible whispers to your ear. The wind howls louder, carrying with it a strange rustling noise that seems to echo above you. Within, you freeze. The realization dawns that it's not the wind making that sound. Compelled by curiosity, you feel a shiver run down your spine as you cautiously turn. In the darkness, your eyes lock upon a pallid face, a girl's. Her lifeless gaze piercing through you. Before you can utter a word, a question, or silent approach, the shadow peels back, revealing the rest of her form. What emerges is a nightmare incarnate. Her upper body, eerily human, melds grotesquely with the lower half of a monstrous spider. It's as though sheer malice has driven the creator to splice her into this abomination, condemning her to a horrifying experience. The grotesque amalgam freezes your breath, stifling the scream clawing at your throat. Its 8 spider legs move in a rhythmic, sinister rustle, the very sound that had haunted you moments earlier. And then, without warning, the creature lunges toward you. And there we go, we absolutely destroyed her there. Severely wounded, the girl opens her mouth, but only emits an insectile hiss. She swiftly retreats, leaving the cavern in silence, accompanied by the whispering wind. The daughter of Atlak. That was the spider god from a few modules ago, wasn't it? This place looks like a wine cellar. The dilapidated wine cellar is shrouded in cobwebs and eggs, with spiders intermittently emerging from the shadows before vanishing into darkness. Runs from a nearby source draw your attention. It sounds like a man's voice. The voice is thick with unbearable agony, and as the sounds intensify, a deep sense of unease grips you. In the darkness, you notice a vague figure before you. There's a disheveled man in the cellar, his shirt marred by dirt and cobwebs. You notice a sizable tumor on his neck. The tumor pulsates with every breath he takes. Hey, are you alright? They brought you here too? They? I don't get it. What's her name? I'm William Cornwall. I see it now, the city of Kadath. His gaze shifts between confusion and fear as though he's torn between two realms. No, that name doesn't ring a bell. Can you tell me what happened here? William's expression shifts from fear to fury as he hisses through clenched teeth. It's all because of him. I'm the owner of this distillery. To revive the business. I did everything he asked, lured the girls here, knocked them out, and sent them off to the church in barrels. Those girls, he turned them into monsters. I never wanted this at all. But I needed the money to save my winery. I couldn't say no to him. And then even my sister fell victim to him. Please stop him. Stop all of this. A surge of extreme excitement overtakes William. I'm about to witness it. The ships to the moon have risen again. Cats are grooming their blood-stained claws in the shadows. Pirates are whispering the ghouls' secrets. The Haunter of the Dark are toying with the lost wanderers in the corners of the dreamland. Zigs are singing on my shoulder, and here I am in front of you. All of a sudden, William erupts into a fit of hysterical laughter and screams. I felt the first breeze that swept over the plateau of Leng. I've ascended the stairs that belong to you. So this is what you are. Finally, I'm beginning to understand the end of the cobweb of dreams. Once again, fear flickers in his entranced eyes. Then he starts urging you with sheer eagerness. It's not too late yet. Hurry, stop it. Run, get out of here. At this moment, you notice the eggs surrounding you trembling violently as William's screams fill the air. They've arrived in our world. Leave now. Go, stop him. Before you can react, William suddenly begins to gasp heavily. His hands clawed his throat in a desperate attempt to tear his skin. With a sickening crack, a dark entity emerges from his neck. Drained of its strength, William ceases screaming, collapsing to the ground. Spiders? Well, these guys are really easy to kill, at least. One more fighter here. And here we are in the winery. Well, we got plenty of wine now. Hopefully our gun ray can do some good damage now. There we go, you can always count on gun ray. Apologies, I had to move my headphone really quickly there. Checking out the winery office up there is probably the best thing to do. The wall is adorned with various medals, and the cabinet houses trophies from different eras. The scene hints at the winery's past successes and popularity, but due to unknown reasons it has declined from its former grandeur. Psychological process of consumer purchasing behavior. This process involves a series of mental activities starting from a product's initial sensation, perception, and appearance, progressing through association, memory, thought, emotion, and will. These factors collectively determine whether the customer completes or abandons the purchase. Typically, this process unfolds in 6 stages: awareness, knowledge accumulation, evaluation, trust, behavior, and experience. Consumer needs and motives. The purchasing process is fueled by the desire to satisfy various needs, while psychological needs provide the foundation. Psychological factors heavily influence purchase motivations and behavior. Business must adapt to different customer motivations with tailored strategies to engage and persuade them effectively. Character, personality, and psychological characteristics. A customer's personality and psychological traits form the basis of their purchasing behavior. Key factors such as financial capacity, temperament, and personality shape buying patterns. Understanding these traits enables businesses, sales managers, and salespeople to identify customer needs and craft strategies to meet them more effectively. You've gained some insights about psychology. In recent years, craft beer has captured worldwide attention with its distinctive flavors and personalized branding. From humble workshops to thriving craft breweries, brewers have continuously innovated to provide consumers with a unique and memorable taste experience. More than just a beverage, craft beer has evolved into a cultural phenomenon symbolizing creativity, community, and a lifestyle choice for enthusiasts who value authenticity and quality. Lining the shelves are books on businesses and winemaking, some still sealed. In addition, you notice a weathered framed photo, likely a family portrait. The photo depicts a middle-aged man, a young man, and a girl, exuding a sense of familial affection. The floor is marred by liquor stains. The smell of faint, lingering odor suggesting that someone once drank heavily and left the stains behind. You open the drawer. Amidst documents and paper lies a pistol with the safety left on. Although the pistol is unloaded, it is still operational. The cluttered desk is scattered with bills marked in alarming red figures and loan receipts. An ashtray overflows with spent cigarettes. The name Williams scrawled across the signature line on a document. Seems like the winery is struggling to break even. An unfamiliar face captured in an inverted frame catches your attention. The back of the frame identifies him as William, the owner of the winery. As you attempt to place the frame back, a key falls from its concealed compartment. Okay, there wasn't actually very much up there. You notice a number of demolished grapevines suggesting a once thriving production line. Due to unknown reasons, all nearby facilities have been abandoned. Flowers flourish nearby, emitting a subtle floral aroma. Their overgrown state suggests hints at neglect. Perhaps you can collect a few of them. Okay, off to the hospital we go. As you step into the hospital, Simon gives you a call. I just checked the hospital's way out. There's a place called the Drug Administration Room. It's under high security, only accessible to the director himself. Plus, there's no surveillance in there. If you want to know what's inside, you'll have to figure out yourself. Simon then shares the location of the administration room with you. Whatever's in there could be the key to cracking this case. Oh, what should I do? I need help. A patient slipped away while I wasn't looking. Now I need to update their medication. Don't worry, I'll help you. Any specific traits I should be aware of? I can't quite remember their appearance. The patient always looks fierce. The records indicate a tendency for violence, that's why I usually avoid direct eye contact. Usually we give sedatives, but today I forgot to administer it on time. And that patient slipped away. I checked the file, the patient's not a local here. Don't worry, I'll find them. Not a local? I've got a bad feeling about this. Stop there. Oh no. Are they mistaking me for someone else? This patient doesn't look like a local. Could it be the one who escaped? Yeah, I think so. You've got the wrong person. You attempt to clarify the misunderstanding, but as soon as you speak, the clumsy nurse appears startled. Watch out, this patient can get quite aggressive. Quick, sedative. Stay right there. Well, time to beat him up now. And there we go, we beat him up. You subdue them with violence as you calmly explain that they have mistaken you for someone else. They apologize and immediately leave to search for the real patient. How can they be so clumsy and reckless? The two nurses exchanged whispers, their voices hushed. However, as they noticed your approach, their conversation ceases abruptly. I better keep my distance. Let's see if I can catch what they're saying. You retreat to a more concealed spot, positioning yourself out of their line of sight. Once convinced you're no longer within earshot, the nurses resume their quiet dialogue. Getting close to the wall, you strain to catch their words. In the stillness, faint fragments of their discussion reach your ears. How much did he make this time? Scored over $1,000 on one sale. Selling those expensive medicines really pays off. Just exaggerate their condition a bit, and those patients are happy to pay big bucks. Ah yes, the American healthcare system. True, but we're not making as much as we could, because the hospital takes a big cut. Next time we'll sell the medicines directly, that way we can keep all the profit. But what if something goes wrong with the medicines? What could possibly go wrong? These are just supplements, harmless health products. Turns out they're involved in some shady business. Still nothing down here. Where is Bruno? Has he been transferred to another unit? Perhaps I should check with the head nurse. Despite the hospital's strong disinfectant smell, it assures cleanliness. Taking a moment to lie down, you briefly rest, restoring some energy. What may I help you with? Nothing, I suppose. Hey, Isabella, did you move Bruna to a different ward? Oh, you didn't hear that? Bruno's been discharged. What? Discharged? Yeah, my colleague told me that Bruno woke up in the morning. His family came soon after and took him home. His family? As far as you remember, Bruno's parents are deceased and he has no siblings. Do you know which family member took him? I'm not sure about it. I was on a different floor at the time. Once a patient wakes up, we usually discharge them. After signing the papers, they're free to go. Bruno signed his own papers himself. Can I take a look at the discharge papers Bruno signed? I'm sorry, but that involves privacy. We can't show them to others. You took Bruno away. Hey, Philip, could you do me a favor? What do you need? Just so you know, I don't do favors for free. Apologies about that, my mic seemed to be cutting out a little bit there. Satisfied, Philip stores the cash in his coat pocket. Sure thing, what do you need? You brief him on Bruno's discharge documents. So you're after those files? Sure, wait here. Philip walks over to the desk and has a friendly chat with the nurse. Upon his return, he hands you a document. It's sorted. If you ever need help like this again, just give me a shout. Then Philip leaves, content. You take out the discharge records and Bruno's notebook, carefully comparing the handwriting on both. Not Bruno's signature. Someone took Bruno away. Could this be linked to the murder case as well? Alright, let's see what else he can do now. Upon reaching the administration room, you encounter a closed gate before you. The gate lacks any visible locking mechanisms, and its steel frame renders it impervious to being pried open with a crowbar. Adjacent to the gate stands a security device, seemingly the only means to unlock it. You take a photo of the security device and send it to Simon before heading back to the lobby. Shortly after, Simon returns your call. Based on the picture, it seems this gate requires an access card to open. I believe you can find it on Vincent, the director of the hospital. Then Simon informs you about Vincent. Director Vincent is a skilled doctor specializing in biological research and neurology. Mayor Patrick paid a considerable sum of money to bring him to this town. My information shows he's divorced and has a daughter in school. However, school records show she has not been attending classes lately. Also, I just reviewed the hospital security footage and I can confirm that all the items from the train station ended up in this room. That's all the information I've gathered so far. You might want to ask around about Vincent at the hospital. It could help locate him. Hey, Isabella, do you know where Vincent lives? Yeah, I do, but I doubt you'll find him there. Why is that? Because recently, our director has been neglecting things around the hospital. But I'm not sure about the details. I feel like there's something wrong with him mentally. If you're looking for him, tread the pub. You might have better luck there. Reindeer pub? Yes, I overheard nurses talking about it. Seems like he often goes there to drink alone. Maybe it's because of his daughter's worsening condition. You know, we're gonna head back to the church really quickly, and we're going to go down to the casino. Your nimble fingers fry off the sealed slot cover, causing a ship to slip out. After resealing the fly, you examine the machine's surface but find nothing out of the ordinary. You fiddle with the lever and buttons. At the moment, you hear a clatter from inside the machine. Then, unexpectedly, a cascade of chips spills out from the machine. The commotion draws the attention of the casino staff. The staff clears the mess in a hurry and apologizes to you. Although most of the chips are removed, you manage to discreetly pocket a few amidst the chaos. Sorry about that, my cat wanted into my room. He always does this when I'm recording. Well aware of what happened, the gambler greets you warmly as you draw near. Apologies, when I put down my headphones earlier, I broke them, like always, so... You saw it too, right? There's something fishy about this machine. Blasted, it must have swallowed my jackpot. You just grabbed some chips, right? Can you lend me some? 700, no, scratch that, 500 will do. I swear I'll hit the jackpot on the next roll, I can feel it. You take out the chips you just pocketed and hand them to the man. Thank you, really appreciate it. I'll strike gold this time, just watch. If you use all the chips into the machine, then chase the joystick with fervor. Come on, come on. It's about time now! Where are you holding back? Give me my jackpot! The symbol's a line approaching the jackpot, only to be thwarted by a mismatch on the final symbol. No, no way! With a shriek, the man darts from the casino. You glance at the machine. While it's not the jackpot, the reward remains substantial. However, compared to the man's investment, it seems a mere pittance. So yeah, sometimes when I set down my headphones, it causes my mic to mess up, which is why sometimes it gets a bit quiet or something. A man in front of you seems to have lost another round. What? Scram, I'm not in the mood. I'm here to retrieve my friend's photos. Are you deaf or what? Can't you see I'm busy? Wait, photos? Aw, did that little rat from the flower shop send you over? She's paid off for dead, now she wants all the photos returned. I already handed those photos back, why are you stirring up trouble here? No, she checked the photos when she got them and some are missing. Maybe the delivery person lost a few. Yeah, I mean that Lucifero. Claiming the dead, do you really think I'd buy into that? With an ominous grin, Covender appears to come up with an idea. Hey you, come play on with me. Win and you'll get what you want. Lose and no worries, we take IOUs. As long as you're in Cursenday, we'll get our money back. Upon accepting the challenge, you notice unmasked excitement in Cavender's eyes. His eyes emanate a fiery intensity reminiscent of a tiger focused on its prey. Hey, you there, get us a spot! A round of Texas Hold'em starts where victory demands a blend of skill and fortune. You may use various strategies to win this game. Employing a meticulous approach, you find yourself steadily gaining ground. On the other hand, Cavender's sack dwindles until it vanishes entirely. Impossible! You, stick around! Someone bring more chips! Noticing Cavender's attempts to worse you further into the game, you place Ben's pistol on the chip-laden table. I'm surprised to see someone backtrack at the casino. I wonder how Ben would react if he knew about this. At the mention of Ben, Cavender's expression shifts from fury to disbelief. His gaze fixates on the pistol on the table. Fine, here's what you wanted. Defeated, Cavender hands you the photos. Damn it. Its content is too explicit to be faithfully recreated with words. Damn, you think I'm gonna... Never mind, this is the same as before. I wanna try attacking him. Looks like you've learned your little lesson. Next time we meet, remember to show some respect. Lowering his head, Cavender rubs the spot where you've left a bruise. Yeah, sure. Yeah, maybe teaching him a lesson is the right thing to do. Ain't no way my cat is at the door again like 2 minutes later wanting to get out. What a little asshole. Jeez. Seriously, where does he get off on ruining my recordings every single time? Going to save again here. I want to check out the clock store again. Upon reaching Old Street Square, you witness Sandra's hut engulfed in flames. The area around the hut is cordoned off by methodical police officers pushing back onlookers. Thanks to the firefighters' quick response, the flames are soon brought under control, preventing further damage. After a tense wait, the fire is finally extinguished. All that remains is the once familiar old street in a charred ruin, with the grocery store now reduced to rubble. The police begin securing and sealing off the area. You watch as they carry a heavy black bag, tossing it onto their car before driving off. Only a few officers remain, taking statements from the witnesses scattered around. The man stands near the fountain, ready to toss a coin into the statue of the goddess of fortune at the center. With precision, he flicks the coin, landing it accurately in the palm of the stone statue's right hand. Glancing your way, he smirks, seemingly proud of his skills. Imitating the man's actions, you toss the coin at the statue. The coin lands on the statue's shoulder, gracefully rolling down its arm before coming to rest in the statue's hand. The man cheers in admiration, and the sense of accomplishment washes over you. Well, honestly gonna say, I was not expecting that. So, the fire suddenly started? Yeah, I live right next to Sandra's store. She's been my neighbor for years. I was asleep when the fire broke out and I didn't hear any explosions. The police officer continues his inquiries as he takes notes. What about the cries for help? Did you hear any cries for help or the sounds of a struggle before or after the fire? No, I saw Sandra come back last night. I heard that Bruna got taken to the hospital. She looked really upset. I mean, anyone would be rattled by news like that. Oh, that poor girl. Let's not get off track here. Did you hear any cries for help or the sounds of a struggle? No, none at all. It was as quiet as a tomb last night. I've been feeling unwell and my love passed away early. I wake up at the slightest noise. I woke up coughing from smoke yesterday. When I got up, I saw Sandra's hut in flames. Furiously, you police officers took forever to respond. If it wasn't for the neighbors' help, my house would have gone up in flames too. I think you mean the firefighters or the police. Like I said, let's not get off track here. I've got a few more questions for you. No explosions or sound of a struggle before or after the fire. As you walk into the barbershop, you notice a few bald gangsters. Upon noticing your presence, they hastily press their hats to their heads and scurry off from the shop. What are those guys here for? Well, who knows? Whatever they wanted, they came to the wrong place. I told them I only cut hair, and I took the liberty of styling them all. But it seems like they aren't too happy with their new hairstyles. Aren't you afraid they'll come back looking for trouble? Of course I am. That's why I'm thinking about moving my store next to the police station. Maybe I can even help the inmates with their hairdos and make some extra cash by then. You find it challenging to keep up with her whimsical ideas. I mean, are you really a hairdresser? Of course, what else would I be? Do you remember that stunning beauty on North Street? Her hairstyle was my work. After that, a black woman wanted the same style even though it didn't suit her complexion. But a good hairdresser never says no to a customer, no matter how strange the request. Following that, she continues to ramble on about her experience in the hairdressing industry, yet her gaze wanders all the time. You ponder for a while before tentatively asking, "You're hiding from pursuers, aren't you?" Remember when we first met, you looked alarmed when you found out I'm not a local. Or then yesterday when you were teaching me hairdressing skills, you deliberately brought up vital parts of the human body to see how I'd react. Are you suspecting I could be an assassin sent by your enemy? Upon hearing your words, she becomes unusually calm. I see, you've been watching too many gangster movies. But you know, real life isn't as dramatic as the movies. Those guys just caused a mess here. Help me clean up and I'll teach you the art of quick cutting. Are you in or out? It seems she's not yet willing to disclose her secrets to someone she does not consider a trusted friend. Sure, I'm in. After tidying up the shop, she demonstrates fast haircuts using a razor and a dummy. Once the instructions are over, she leaves the barbershop. Nice skill. Alright, well, that's where I'm gonna end it for today's video. Well, if you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I will be back in a little bit with more depersonalization. Until then, I'll see you next time. Bye!